Conan, Conan, Conan. Never, ever have I felt a man be so in tune with the power of yearning. Conan's vision is so clear because you can tell who he is by him telling you what he wants. It's such strong artistry. So far from what I've collected, Conan yearns to be like the people that he people watches. He yearns to be like Heather. He yearns to have someone to share a wishbone with, even. I sincerely hope this album is up for album of the year. A lot of me feels on a realistic level it probably is not going to be, but it'll be such a shame because this is album of the year quality for real. If you agree, please let me know. Also, I'm going to be ranking this album. It was tough. It was really tough to like actually number this beautiful, nearly perfect album from least to most favorite because a lot of them are just favorites. But if you would like to also give me your ranking, I would much appreciate it because I would like to know how the people feel about it. And I just want to know feedback as well. So if you would like to rank this album as I'm going to be ranking it, please, please, please feel free. Also, if you could interact with this video in any way, shape, or form, like, comment, sub if you're interested in anything casual or monumental related to pop culture that I want to talk about. I appreciate it and I appreciate you. All of these have Grammy nomination quality. So it's hard for me to be like, this is 12 and this is 1. But we're going to do it anyway. To give you kind of an idea as to like where I'm at as a Conan fan, my favorite song from his last album, Found Heaven, is Alley Rose. I kind of find it hard to believe that like anybody else's favorite would not be Alley Rose. Loved Maniac. I loved his whole entire Kid Crow album. Let's just get into the ranking. We're going from 12 to 1. Number 12. Unfortunately, it's going to be Sunset Tower. Although, as I'm going to be ranking these, I am going to be listing my favorite lyric or the thing that stood out to me most about the song because they all deserve some recognition and some praise as a whole because none of these songs are bad songs. Some of them just weren't as favored from my perspective. Also, if I mention something that you disagree with, I'm not saying anything about you as a person. I'm saying where my taste goes. And that's not about you. That's about me and my taste. Sunset Tower, such strong like storytelling. He always will tell a story. It'll always be about heartbreak. It'll always be so beautiful. It'll always move me. But it's just not something that I personally am going to go to and listen and relate to. But I still recognize the power and the merit in it. Even the lyric, I wish you the best, but I hope you die. That's please, like we've all felt that to some capacity, like I wish them the best, and you actually don't. You wish them the actual worst. That's really what it is. I wish I had more to say about that one, but I'm gonna keep going because we have a couple of things to cover. Romeo, this was, I cannot, okay. It's really hard for me to say I have Romeo as 11. It is really hard for me to say that because it's just not one I would gravitate towards, but it's one I so appreciate. And if I was, I think in college or high school, still like kind of dating, that would be one I would be going back and forth with when I was talking to my like situationships and people who didn't like me. You're no Romeo. They'd be so in my head. Although I yearn for you, I recognize that you're garbage. Like you're no Romeo, and still I kind of killed myself over you. I was out praying for you. That's why my friends pray for me. It just hurts. It hurts. Connell. Ouch. Literally, all I have to say about the song is just ouch. You remind me of how good it feels to hurt. You remind me of how little I deserve. I'm ill. Ew. I'm gonna like we all have somebody who reminds us of how little we deserve. Oh my god, and that was majority of the people I was interested in high school. Oh, you remind me of god. Unfortunate because the writing is so that's the thing is like the writing is so strong in every single one of these, and every single one of these has left an imprint on my soul. Okay. Number 9 is Care. So hard when it's such an emotional, heart tugging banger for real. At the core of it is just what we are all thinking at the end of either a breakup or just in a relationship. Like, I told myself I was over you, but I still care. No matter what, in a relationship, if you hate that person's guts or if you're still like obsessed with them, at the core of it, you cared. You gave a damn. Number 8, 11:11. This is the one where I feel like he really has mastered the yearning of it all. I still wish for you on 11:11. I remember being there. I remember being there. I have been married for 3 years now, been in with my husband for 7 years, and I still remember the strong feelings of desire of being like, I'm wishing for this person. I hope they're wishing for me. I hope they're wishing for me. And also I feel like when you get into 11:11, it fully encapsulates the whole entire story of this album. This idea of um what's this word, like wishbones, 11:11, things that are lucky, symbols of luck or like kind of mystical things in a relationship that you're wishing on. That's yearning. When you're using wishbones, when you're saying 11:11, when you pick up a four-leaf clover, it's like all idealization, and he does that. He's so in tune. He's so in tune. Number 7. I really hesitate to do this one because I feel like it might be a lot of people's favorites, but caramel. Sorry. um, that I even just the idea of the song is so strong. You burn in my memory so well. Your caramel, because we all know exactly how that is. Like, you can't confuse that scent. You can't confuse that memory. You can't confuse anything with caramel. It's so beautiful, and I haven't seen the music video yet, but I'm loving every single music video that's attached to this. There's 2 of them. I'm loving every single one of them. Like Vodka Cranberry, however, I don't think it'll top the Vodka Cranberry music video because I obsessed over it. My top 6 rankings, this is where I really struggled. Number 6, we have this song. I wrote this song about you. Your eyes are like heaven. Your voice is like rain. 11:11s. They all hear your name. Oh my god. I love it. It's beautiful. It's concise. It's just what you would dream of in a song. It's a yearning. It's unrequited love. It's just everything. Oh my god, it's so beautifully produced. Actor, whoa. Wow. Let's pretend nothing happened. I agree. You're just a much better actor than me. Pain. I think on a relatable level, we've all felt kind of like that probably, in terms of, this thing was a much bigger deal to me than it was to that person. But I think it's also different when you're coming from a queer lens because there's so many layers that go into it that I can imagine have so much more feelings of rejection, and the kind of unrequitedness, and like I thought this was so much different than me. I thought there was so much I thought this was and then being like, yeah, whatever, let's just pretend like we never even, and then it happened. This just really affected me. Oh, you're a much better actor than me. 4. I was listening to this when I was getting ready. I was listening to the whole album getting ready. But My World. I mean, that song makes me want to sing, like not to be able to sing, like not that I can sing, but it makes me want to be able to because it's so fun and it's like very whimsical and just really lighthearted. But then it also packs a punch a little bit in the way that, it's like, it's my world and it's my life. It's my time. I'll waste it how I want to. I don't have you in mind. I don't have you in mind. It's going to be my mantra. It's going to be my theme song. Love it. Number 3 is Vodka Cranberry. You'd be surprised with the amount I talk about this that like it's not at number 1. When this song came out, it was the only song I was listening to for like a long time. When I first heard it, I replayed it at minimum 10 times. Speak up, I know you hate me. That lyric in itself, I know you hate me. Not even just speak up, but I know you hate me. God, like that can go for any sort. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be platonic. Like that feeling that you catch on with somebody of you don't you don't want me, you don't like me. Just say it. Speak up. I know you hate me. And then the music video as well. Tumblr would have been obsessed with back in the day. Oh my god, it is what Tumblr dreams are made of. Ugh, it's so heartbreaking, it's devastating, but it's like very addictive in the same way. Of when somebody that you love very much is not treating you well and you just are kind of trying to act like it's just not there and they are the person that you're yearning for and then they're not and you're like speak up. Number 2 and number 1 are really difficult for me. Like they feel interchangeable. I feel like honestly in a couple of weeks, days maybe, I might change up the ranking. Who knows? Number 2, this is like painful for me to say. I really can't even like it's nauseous. Number 2 is nauseous. I feel like it almost deserves the number 1 spot just because the writing is so strong and it is the like power of the album. Like that to me is where the album's all of the themes come together, all of the hurt comes together. The capitalizing on yearning, rejection, grief even. This is like I think one of my favorite this will go in my top like probably like top 10 songs of all time for real. The lyric that stood out to me in Nauseous is behind every kiss is a jaw that could bite. Nauseous. And I guess so will number 1, Class Clown. Listen, the reason I didn't put this at number 2 is just because I just come back to it the most. Like this the first time I listened to the album, I listened to Class Clown probably 3 times. Like and I didn't listen to any of the other ones more than twice. Class Clown, even just the start of it, growing up didn't go how I wanted it to. My friends didn't know who I am. Nobody wants to hear about trailer trash. Whoa! The coping mechanisms that you grow into as an adult because of your childhood is why Class Clown exists. Coping with trauma, abuse, and just hurt in general with humor. I feel like especially when you are an entertainer on Conan's level, probably is why he feels like the Class Clown because I heard this somewhere that you can take your pain and make it into performance. That's probably what he does a lot because I mean he has to do that in order to songwrite. And this just struck a particular chord with me, not because like I ever felt like I was a Class Clown figure at all, but I think also the idea of not being able to like sit in pain and like feeling the need to do something with it is what makes the theme of a Class Clown stand out. Everything comes back around. I still feel like a Class Clown. Huh? That and it just is addictive in a way that I just have never really felt to a song. At least recently. Whoa. That is my ranking. It was hard for me. It was a little painful, but ultimately it just is what it is. Let me know your ranking. Let me know your favorite Conan song. Let me know anything. I have a feeling this video is not going to do that well because it's just out of what I typically make. But I would appreciate so much if you could let me know. I'll definitely be looking at the comments, be like, oh my god, agree, disagree, whatever. Wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever time of day it is, I hope you have an amazing morning, afternoon, or night.